Well, a 17-year-old matric pupil in Johannesburg faces an uncertain future after finding out that her identity was stolen. She's been unable to apply for tertiary education for next year. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala now joins us live from the pupil's home. Nqobile, a very good morning to you. And one of the points that has been stressed is that when this pupil tried to apply at other institutions, they found that actually the individual who has used their identity has already written matric.
Yes, that's the case, Aldrin. In fact, now as a result, Nkosazane Dlamini cannot then apply for herself to be able to be accepted in the higher education in tertiary. And I've got her mother to speak to us. Of course, this has been a difficult moment for the family. 3 months is how long you've been trying to sort this out. Mama, take us through. How did you come about knowing that her identity is being used by somebody else?
Okay, what happens sometime in August, so we were assisting her with the online enrollment. We went into the UJ website, and then as we were going through the different stages within the enrollment process, then there was a screen that came up where it needed, your personal details, your ID and other personal details. So as soon as we entered the ID number, then it pre-populated some results, somebody else's results, and then when we check on the system, it shows that particular person wrote in 2023. So it didn't show like the personal details of the person, but it shows the exam number of that person with the results of that person. So by then, when we try to go into the next page in the system, it then shows that she doesn't qualify based on the results. We got the message there that based on the results, then she doesn't qualify to study for the program that she wanted to study. So at the time, we thought maybe there was a system problem, and let's try VERT. So we tried VERT. With VERT, the moment we put in the ID number, then it just automatically said that she doesn't qualify before she even has an opportunity to put in her own results. So at that time, that's when we realized that something is wrong with the ID. So when we contacted UJ, they said, okay, let's rather use the paper form to put in the application and send it to them. However, it then came up declining because when they go into the system, it means that it gets linked back to the ID. So that's how we got to know that there is actually something wrong with the ID.
Mama, do we know who this person that is using the ID, where is this person? Do we know?
So when we went to the Department of Education for assistance, so when they check on their records, they could see the name of the person. Obviously, they told us that they can't, share with us for POPI Act reasons. So they said that this person actually wrote last year in Pampierstad in Northern Cape.
And when you go to Home Affairs, what did they tell you when you were looking there?
Oh, okay. So when we went, because first we went to the department, and then they said that once they confirmed that somebody has been using the ID, so they asked us to go to the Home Affairs to first check if there's no duplicate of this ID. So we went to Home Affairs to go and check, and they check on the system. They confirmed to us that there is no duplication of the ID. They gave us a printout with the ID number linked to our daughter, Nkosazane Dlamini. And then they asked us to go back to the department again to just say that from their side, there is no duplication. So it means that somehow this person has obtained this ID number and used it to write the matric details last year.
But that obviously means that Nkosazane can't continue now with her studies.
Yes.
How difficult has it been for you as a family, but for her as well?
It has been very difficult for us, and you can imagine it's also happening at the time that she's also preparing for exams. And we were trying to just say that, okay, let's give her time to write the exams where we don't want to, put her under a lot of pressure. But for us, obviously, it means that next year nothing is going to happen while we are waiting for this problem to be sorted. So it's very frustrating for her as well, because she, at some point, she thinks, did she do anything wrong and all of that. So it's very, very stressful for us as a family, because it's not something that we expected that it will happen. It was just, we just hope, in most cases would see this fraud, it's happening there, and we never thought that it can happen to us. So it's been very frustrating for us.
Thank you very much for your time, Mama. Aldrin, as you can hear, the family is frustrated, but at the same time, there's a 17-year-old that needs to get her results and may not know what the future holds from here.
Yeah. Do we know, just quickly, where she is currently?
Well, she's currently here in Johannesburg, and we are going to get to speak to her in the next hour, Aldrin. And she has obviously been very stressed in terms of what she wants to study and where to go from here because of her identity. And this requires more time for her to obviously have to reapply should she get an option, or should she get the promise that her ID will, in fact, be fixed for her to be able to use.
Thank you so much for that, Nqobile. I look forward to the conversation that you'll be having with Nkosazana.